I'm Mark Waller from One Click Group. I'm the Managing Director at One Click Group, and today we've got an important announcement about the growth in our Little Money product. As you know, we've been testing that for the last 12 months. We've seen strong demand from our customer base, and I'd like to introduce Shane, who's just joined One Click this week.
Yeah, thanks, Mark. I'm really excited to join the company.
Excellent. So it's been a big change for you, I guess, leaving a really successful business that you've grown for quite a period of time, to coming along to One Click Life, where our lending business is a little bit less mature. We've got a great platform, a heap of users, and obviously we delivered our first underlying profit last year. But what attracted you to One Click Life?
Yeah, it's interesting. The business has 265,000 registered users, and that's really interesting because they're not cold leads, they are verified users, they've been onboarded, and in most cases, they've got some sort of history with us.
Yes.
And that's really compelling and unique from a lending perspective for credit products specifically.
So we've spent a long time investing in that user base and growing that user base. So when we brought Little Money to market, we weren't building from a zero base. We were starting from an existing user base, which has been a big benefit to us. And we've demonstrated a really strong demand for that product in the business.
Yeah, and what's interesting for me is the demand is already there. So we see this through the next day refund product where One Click has already advanced over $10 million. And our customers are asking and telling us that there's a need for additional credit products outside of tax time. So I'm really excited to scale Little Money and bring it to our existing customer base.
Yeah, and that's exactly what Little Money is. We've had so much success with that next day refund product, and we have had such a large level of demand for people saying, how do I access my demand during the year?
Yeah.
So I think this is a really unique product for our user base that's really going to scale very quickly.
Yeah.
So Shane, tell us a little bit about your background.
Yeah, so I was previously the general manager of financial products at rent.com.au, where I was looking after the lending business as well as the payments business. Most of my time was focused on scaling the lending business and really bringing that to market for rent.com.au. My background is a combination of finance, education, and governance. I've got a PhD specializing in finance, as well as other financial qualifications, and just completed the Australian Institute of Company Director course.
Oh, excellent. And what do you intend to do now that you've kind of started? What's the first focus?
Yeah, first focus is Little Money and getting stuck into that product and making sure that we're able to scale that product efficiently and meet the existing demand. I also note that there's been a huge demand for the product, even though we haven't marketed actively to the customer base.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and quite exciting having that opportunity sitting there, knowing that it's there, and I guess what are the next steps now to access that opportunity?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So for investors, there's three key things to look out for. The first being continuing to grow that user base, because that is a massive asset for the business. Secondly, it's about scaling the products that currently exist. So that's the Little Money product in this case that we're talking about. And then the third is the economics of our business model. So that's delivering revenue from all streams and meaningful revenue from all streams of business that we have, and really scaling those additional products as they come to market, as we're able to bring those to market to our existing user base.
Yeah, and that's where I see the opportunity. We're not starting a lending business from scratch. We have an existing platform, we have an existing customer base. We know the demand is there. It's just making sure that we have the right product that's scalable, that can meaningfully impact revenue streams for the company.
Yeah, absolutely. And certainly great to have someone with your experience in to lead that part of the business. So Shane's appointment marks the next chapter of growth for that Little Money product and the growth in that lending business. So we already have 265,000 users on the platform, qualified users, and we now have an experienced lending executive that's joined the team in Shane to grow and scale that part of the business.